What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be the Jack-O-Lantern solo of the Autumn of Agony, Cassie Lang. I almost said Eternity of Pain. I always say Eternity of Pain. It's just kind of my thing at this point. I call all of this content EOP content. So if you're wondering how I got Jack-O-Lantern, I pulled him from a Titan Crystal on my free-to-play account. I did not record this Titan Crystal. It was the only one that I didn't record. I do have the other ones in a file recorded, so I'll probably upload that video at some point, maybe this weekend. But I wanted to get out the Jack-O-Lantern solo because he is the only double objective champion for this week. So if you have a 7-star Jack-O-Lantern at a rank 1 or a rank 2 level, you can definitely get this Cassie down with minimal effort. It's not really a super difficult fight with Jack. It's more on the simpler side. It's just staying consistent and, not getting the power sting detonation or the combo counter detonation from her special one. As long as you're playing around that, all you really need to do is intercept, try and maintain as many of those inflamed passives as you can, and yeah, that's really it. It's not that hard of a fight. This is a 7-star rank 2 Jack-O-Lantern. I took him up to rank 2 the second I got him. I was actually not a fan of Jack-O-Lantern when he first came out. I thought he was a little too niche, but I've really come around on him because while he is niche as in being an onslaught counter, he still has some really solid damage and decent utility outside of that. And I didn't recognize that initially, so I'm glad I've come around on him because I'm so happy to have him on my free-to-play account. He was my #1 pull. I will definitely be taking him to rank 3 sometime next year because I plan to take Thanos and She-Hulk to rank 3 on my free-to-play account and my main account. So sometime next year, Jack-O-Lantern will go up to rank 3. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little bit of voiceover for covering the fight because I don't do that as often as I probably should. So Jack-O-Lantern, if you're not sure how he works, he's kind of a Shocker-esque character, Captain America Sam Wilson-esque character, where he doesn't land critical hits naturally. What he does is he inflicts a burst of either Incinerate or Plasma against mutants whenever he would land a critical hit. And the reason you want to keep up all of those inflamed passives is each of them grants him additional critical damage rating. So the more inflamed passives you have, the more critical damage you're dealing on your basics and your specials. Additionally, his heavy attack, it grants him a precision passive that increases his critical rating by a quite substantial amount. So in a typical matchup, you want to use your heavy attack into a special 2 with Jack-O-Lantern, and you'll see some very decent results from doing that loop. You can see right there, there's the precision from the heavy attack. And now I go for another heavy. You can actually stack that precision. So if you have the opponent against the wall and they don't have enough power to throw a special attack, you can technically get 2 precisions before throwing a special 1 or special 2, but that lineup is a little difficult to get going, but it's fine. The single precision is all you really need. And yeah, going for the special 3, it applies 10 inflamed passives to Jack. At least I think it's 10. It might be more, but from my memory, it's 10. And it's very easy to keep them up. All you need to do to pause them is land an intercept, and it's a very generous pause. I think it's 5 seconds, 5 or so seconds for the intercept pause. Going for the heavy counter there after her special 2. And again, this fight, not really super difficult. It's just make sure you know how to use Jack-O-Lantern to a decent extent and try and keep up as many inflamed passives as you possibly can. Cassie is just under 40% here, so we are getting her down slowly but surely. This isn't even the slowest fight, comparatively speaking. This is only around 5 minutes for the whole takedown. So for 1.3 million health, for Jack-O-Lantern to be used in an unideal situation and still get it down in 5 minutes is definitely solid. It's definitely nothing to scoff at, and it just shows me on a personal level that Jack is definitely better than I gave him credit for initially. I never said he was bad. I just thought he was a little too much of a niche character, and I originally related him to Patriot, but I want to apologize to Jack because I do think he is better than Patriot. No shade to Patriot fans out there. I just do not like using him really at all. So I originally had that connection in my mind, but I have since severed that because Jack's cool. I like Jack. I think he's going to age really well in the game, and I can see people coming around on Jack once they pull him out of a Titan Crystal for this upcoming batch. He's going to be in the Titan for a long time. So I would honestly love to get him on my main account as well. I think he is definitely worth the investment. Obviously, yes, he's a great onslaught counter, but I do think he's going to be useful outside of that. He's good for Mr. Sinister, good for just non-crit champions in general, or champions that you don't want to crit normally. And he's got some decent immunities and interesting tags that will probably make him useful down the line for more content like this and other content in the game. So yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this Jack-o'-lantern solo of Cassie Lang. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you have not already, and hit the bell for notifications. It really helps me out and it helps the channel out. It just shows the YouTube algorithm that I'm making content people want to watch. So yeah, Jack's going to finish it up here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.